Welcome, I am Erin Pearson Mills, your favorite Las Vegas redhead realtor.
I'm Nick Aquino, co-founder of Aquino Capital Group and your local mortgage broker.
I am Edward Znart. I am a local real estate agent and a market analyst.
And this is Unlocking Las Vegas. And welcome back to another episode of Unlocking Las Vegas with your favorite redhead realtor, Erin, Nick, and Edward. Okay, so today's topic is it a good idea to buy or sell during the holidays? My personal opinion, once a woman puts up a pumpkin, everybody's screwed. Those decorations aren't coming down, freaking nobody wants to move. We're thinking about setting up like the tables. I mean, I have to say that consistently the last 5 or 6 years, my November through January has been very high traffic. But at that point, I deal with like the 40s and a T. Do you know what that is? Not quadruple D. Like, get your mind out of the gutter.
You lost me.
Okay.
Are we talking about bra sizes?
No! Death, diamonds, divorce, diapers, and T, the transfer, whether it be corporate or military. So, in your opinion, what do you guys think? I mean, all we hear about is bull crap on the news these days. Do you know what I heard this morning?
The world is ending.
That, and it's
World War
cheaper
III.
to rent than it is to buy.
Absolutely not.
Support that theory.
Well, obviously, rents have increased month over month over the last 2 years. So at this point, maybe a wash, but you're always going to pay more for renting. And why would you want to do that? You're paying somebody else's mortgage.
Yeah. Thoughts?
See, here's the thing. When it comes
Buckle up
to
your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen.
when it comes to renting, you're not wrong. You're paying somebody else's mortgage. Right now, rates have hit 8%. We know that. It's everywhere. It's the end of the housing market. We're all going to be renting by the time we're 40. Regardless, or by the time I'm 40, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's you.
Regardless, the fact of the matter is this. If you can buy. If you can't and you gotta rent, I mean, you gotta find a place to live. That's not the problem. The problem is at this point in a lot of people's lives, you're working 2-3 jobs and it's hard to save money. So that's
because everybody like uses Postmates and freaking Uber Eats, and people need to be less lazy. If you want a Slurpee, get in your goddamn car and go get one. That's how you can
Get
save
off
money.
your ass and go to the store.
Oh, we can talk about couponing in a little while. I mean, I don't think it's about that though, but let's say, what you could have bought at 5% is like, $450,000. Now your squoze down to, let's even say 325. I would always say, make the leap, buy a condo, because when those rates do drop and it's like freaking throwing popcorn at the carp in the lake and it's all blah, 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 blah. I mean, you've got something that is so valuable to sell and move up.
It's always a good place to start building your portfolio.
Well, and what I hear a lot these days is I don't want to move because I've locked in that ubiquitous 2-point-something rate. Guess what?
2.75.
Okay, stop bragging. You're welcome. You're welcome. Who's your realtor? Your mother-in-law.
Leslie was the loan officer.
That's true. Props.
She got me the rate.
Props. But my point is that we're never, raise your hand if you agree with me, we're never seeing 2% again in our lifetime.
No.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you want to die in that house, I mean, be my guest. Absolutely be my freaking guest. Or if you can do it, talk to somebody like me, talk to somebody like you, talk to somebody like you. Try to keep it as a rental. I mean, if you just need to hang on to that 2%, unless you're a veteran with an assumable loan, it's got to go away.
Listen, people in today's society get bored very quickly.
Oh, yeah, you're looking at like the biggest boredom over. How many cars have you had since I've known you? So many. I can't even.
Hang on, let's do this. The Volt, the Kia, the Tesla, the Bolt, the Nero, the other Tesla, Isabel's Toyota. We can even go deeper. I've had a Buick, I've had a Toyota Corolla. I've had about 9 cars since I've started driving. And
I've had that much,
ago.
and I've been married for 27 years.
About 10 years ago.
Anyway, boredom. Yes, go. And why is that? TikTok scrolls. Our brains like little hummingbirds these days. But okay, go.
People buy on impulse. They see it, they want it, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody wants always the newer, the nicer, the better, right? So it's very rare you see people live in your house for 30 years, right? I think the average is 5 years, and people want to upgrade or move. That's what happens.
I looked at my husband the other day and I was like, you know what? So little background, I was born and raised here in Las Vegas. My parents divorced young, best divorce ever, by the way. I'm never going to knock that. But my dad was a house flipper, and so I lived in 18 houses in 18 years. and I went to 8 different schools. And I looked at my husband, I was like, do you know that our kids have actually lived their entire life in our home? That's crazy.
Rarity.
Although I do live in a half-acre non-HOA custom home. So,
Yeah, and the man cave?
the man cave.
Can we talk about the man cave,
Yeah,
please?
we can talk about the freaking man cave. I think it's like almost 2,000 square feet. Like, it's psycho. He's got his built-in barbecue, his freaking, you saw it. Like, what are your thoughts?
Listen. The drawer, the refrigerated coffee table,
Okay, but that's movable.
best thing ever. No, it
We
stays,
do
it fits the
have
room.
a coffee table that the drawers come out and they're refrigerated, and it's a whole speaker system, and you can charge your phone on the, look, my husband is freaking spoiled. So, I mean, we'll go with that. But I'm always telling him it's like occupational hazard.
You know, it's about time that whole happy wife, happy life thing changes.
It's happy spouse, happy,
Happy
house.
house, thank
I know.
you.
I know.
Okay, but here's the thing.
But I did not get to my point. Every day I call him, I'm like, we're moving. I found my house. You know what? You can just stay. You can stay because I'm moving because I found the house of my dreams. It sucks.
Okay.
Stupid man cave.
So here's the problem, and this is the millennial. I'm 25 years old, by the way.
Yeah.
So just so everybody listening knows.
So
here's
annoying.
the thing.
Most
a lot
annoying
of people.
person on the planet.
Oh yeah. Here's
My
the thing.
son-in-law, let me just.
A lot of people don't know that you can keep the house that you're living in now if you bought it and rent it out, and you can do things like after you live in it, you've accumulated some type of equity in the home. You can take that equity out via a home equity line of credit and use it to buy another house and then rent that other one out, and you can use the rental income that you're going to make, which don't let anybody tell you that you're going to pull 50, 80, 90% on a rental property the first year. It's not going to happen. Most of the time you'll be lucky to make $200-300. Regardless, you can take that rental income. So if you're going to rent out a house for $1,800-1,900, that can be added to whatever income you're already making and help you get qualified for your new house. And then you rent that other house out at the given rent price, and then after a year, you're going to raise the rent.
Right, I'm gonna slide it over to you, and so because you do the loan process, so if I just wanna go buy another house, but my debt to income ratio is kinda high, but the whole theory is to put a renter in there, and now that's used for my,
You're getting
To
the
offset your
mortgage
debt income?
thank you.
Correct.
Yes, insert your verbiage.
You can do that too, yes. There's multiple ways to do that. You can definitely rent the house out and use that income to offset your DTI, yes. But they're only gonna give you a certain percentage of that. I believe it's 75%.
And
Correct.
let me just ask you this, now, should it be a long-term renter? Like Airbnb would not count toward that, correct? You've gotta have a lease.
I believe it's 6 months.
Well, and look, I'm in Las Vegas and I'm here to tell you, please, God, don't call me and try to ask to find an Airbnb because the rules are so stacked against you. Not my spirit animal, not my
All
spirit
All right,
animal.
so I'm gonna unlock the,
Yeah.
I'm gonna unlock the key to all of our problems. This is the answer.
Unlocking Las Vegas.
Short-term nurses. They're 6-month increments. You'll get the most money for your buck by renting because they pay the highest premiums, and you're still in compliance.
That's amazing. Because you sign a contract with a company basically and they just rotate the
That's
nurses. There you go.
That's correct.
That's a huge unlock for today. I think that's kind of a win. So my point being, you know what? Owning a home it's not maybe technically cheaper than renting because you do have the home ownership, but you're building your equity. Bottom line, I mean, if you're that freaking lazy and you don't want to like repaint a wall or, your, what do you call it? Your property manager won't come and just like fix a broken toilet seat. Oh my God, go, you know what? Rent forever and keep just Uber Eatsing. Can you tell I have like a chip on my shoulder with that? We're never gonna see 2% again.
No, we're not going to see 2% again, but I think that's, you were onto something there. A lot of people don't want to buy a house because of the fear of the maintenance. Like, full disclosure, when I bought my house, it had a tenant in there. It was a rental.
For years.
It was a landlord special. It needs a new air conditioning, it needs paint, it needs a new backyard, it needs everything basically.
But let's drill down on your actual figures. Now, it was a magical time. It was right at the spike.
I'll tell you straight up, I bought my house for $262,000. I think we managed to put, 3.5% down, the minimum. Didn't qualify for any down payment assistance, unfortunately. And our mortgage, the first, I think, year and a half was $1,395, something like that.
It's a Cinderella story.
And then last year it went up to $1,498.
I'm over here crying a river.
And that was because
Seriously.
of something with escrow or property tax, regardless. But the thing is had I been renting that house, the tenant had signed a really good lease. They were renting it for about $1,000, I think it was, or maybe
They were in there for a long time.
But regardless, houses in that area, in that area remodeled, are renting for $1,700–1,800. So in the condition it's in, let's say I sign a lease for $1,500, you factor in that most places are going to increase rent maybe 5 to 10% year over year. I would be paying roughly $1,800 right now to live in the same exact house had I been renting.
And you bought it for $262. What are they selling for? Just say in your condition. It's not fully remodeled, you know.
$300.
Yeah. So I mean,
Instant equity.
just a couple of years.
If I wanted to walk away, not do anything to it, no air conditioning, no paint, no walls, just tell the buyer, go fuck yourself. Here's the house. There you go.
I wouldn't put that on. I
$300.
wouldn't put that on the public notes, but.
Well, obviously, but don't even get me started about that. You can put as is, and people are gonna sit there and be, oh, there's a chip in the wall. I need that. I need the whole wall replaced. Ma'am, it's a paint chip.
And technically speaking, most people do stay in their house for approximately
5 years.
5,
5.5
7
to
years.
6.5
5, 7
years.
years.
5.5
Yeah.
to 6.5 years.
So I
is the
mean,
average.
range over range, year over year. I mean, we did go through COVID. It was really, really crazy. But I mean, how much equity do you normally gain here in Las Vegas?
11%.
Correct.
Okay, throwing it back over to the market analyst. So the thing is that I'm always going to tell you that, it's always going to be better for you and your family if you go ahead and purchase a home and talk to somebody. Like, none of my clients are paying 8%. None of them are.
There's so many
And you know
different
what?
creative ways of
I don't even
financing.
care what anybody says. We have low inventory here, but it is still a buyer's market because the news is scaring the crap out of people with the interest rates.
Background just went down. Background has gone down.
We have a technical difficulty.
You know what? I have just unlocked Las Vegas.
It's like that.
I have
It's like
unlocked.
that scene in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Unlocking Las
It's that
Vegas.
scene in Pirates of the Caribbean where he's
I
walking
don't hate
down
it.
the stairs and everything's exploding. Like, that's just what happened.
All right, you guys, and that's good enough for today. I think we did a great
That's
job.
the interest rates.
I
Right?
have one last thing to say.
Okay.
And this is because I already can envision in my head the comments. It's too expensive to buy a house. I have no money saved. I can't save money. I work 10 jobs. I do Uber Eats on my 15-minute breaks, yada, yada, yada. Listen, guys, listen. Nick is a loan officer. I just happen to know a lot of stuff I shouldn't. And the fact of the matter is there are so many programs to help you buy a house
That are constantly coming
that are
up.
constantly changing. I cannot tell you that if you just call a loan officer, call Nick, call your weird uncle that does loan
Call
officing.
me, call your mother-in-law.
Call Aaron, call whoever you like. Call
Guys,
Joe
there's
Blow.
ways to get it done.
There's
If
ways
you
to
want
get it
buy
done.
a house.
I was
we make
working
it
at
happen.
T-Mobile and my wife was a nanny.
She was a nanny.
And we bought a house.
It was amazing. So the thing is that it doesn't hurt you to ask. It absolutely does not hurt your soul to ask and to know. Okay?
Because at the
it's like
very
going to the
least-
doctor at my age.
A good loan officer
Don't
will
know what
help
you
you
don't
get on
know.
the right track to buy.
You know what? I was just gonna go there. I don't believe in the word no, so it may be not right now, but we'll get you there.
All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. And guess what next week is today?
It's Halloween.
It's Halloween. So I want
Trick
you guys
or
to
treat?
bring it. Bring it.
Trick or treat? What's my treat gonna be?
No, I want you to bring a costume.
Your treat is that, I don't know, I forgot where I was going with that one.
Okay. I'm waiting for my treat, everybody.
You don't
Okay,
get it.
I have some Snickers upstairs if you need it. All right, you guys, thanks once again for watching Unlocking Las Vegas, and we'll see you next week on Halloween.
Adios.
Bye-bye.